Welcome back. All right. So, totally lost track of time again. And yeah, I was trying to get a bunch of stuff done. I'm getting stuff done, but it's just I guess my brain kind of knows it's the holidays, and it's just like, yeah, you'll be fine, fam. You'll be all right. You don't have work for like another couple of weeks. You'll be all right. So yeah, so let's get into this. All right. By the way, happy holidays to everyone. And so I kind of wanted to just quickly go over. I released at work a new blog post, and I kind of want to go over it because I thought it was pretty cool, and you can try it out. All right, so it's less tutorial, but kind of more like the journey to making it happen without too much code, kind of thing. Because everything is pretty much there already. It's just I just talked about how I combined it, sort of. So yeah, so let's do that quickly. Start screen share. There's no audio, so I won't need to worry about that. Cool. So here is the actual blog post. Let me get rid of this bookmark bar. All right, so you can show a little bit more. I'm going to post. I'm going to add the link to the blog post so you can get to it if you want to check it out. All righty. So here we are, and it's the title is Create a Personal Twitch with Vonage Video API and Web Components. And so when I say personal Twitch, I mean kind of like, because Twitch is a gigantic platform. You know what I mean? I think I quoted in here from like Wikipedia. Yeah, they have like 15 million daily active users and like 1.4 million average concurrent users. So like at one time, like 1.4 million people. And that's huge. And with that comes a lot of different challenges and things. And I'm more of the type of person that likes smaller niche communities kind of thing. So I thought, so if you want to go like huge pop star, big, famous, then Twitch is probably the place. But if you kind of want to just have a place where you can just gather some folks and you're all kind of like-minded and all for like the same cause, and everybody kind of understands what's going on without having to like, everybody's kind of understanding and why they're there and they kind of want to be there. It doesn't happen to come across something because it was like in a feed or something. You know what I mean? Like people intentionally went there to check out that thing. So I'm more into those. So we have this thing at Vonage. It's called the Broadcast Sample app, and it's pretty cool. So this is already there available, and I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. And so we have this thing called the broadcast, where you can take your like video chats and broadcast it to like an RTMP like server kind of thing. Like you or like as HLS as well. And so like if you wanted to, like you could broadcast. I'm kind of doing that now because I also like a backup. I broadcast to YouTube while we're doing these, and so so you can plug in like YouTube, Twitch, I think Facebook. Yeah, pretty sure Facebook, because Facebook does RTMP as well. And so yeah, you can take your video application that you create with the Vonage Video API, and you can like live stream basically. And what's cool is that you can also send it like an HLS stream, and so you can set up your own HLS player, and so people can go there and view it. And so that's what this does. And so this sets up everything you need, and it talks about the different like options that you have. So because there's two different kinds of options. There's like the live interactive broadcast, and then there's the interactive broadcast and then like live broadcast or something. I talk about it in the thing here. Hold on. So live interactive video broadcast and live streaming broadcast. Live interactive broadcasts, video broadcasts are kind of like everybody is kind of like subscribed on the call. So some people are publishing so that other people can watch. So when you're sending your video, you're publishing. If you're receiving video, you're subscribing. And so you can set it up to where only like the host and the guest are publishing, and then everybody else is subscribing. But the thing is, since people are subscribing and publishing and all these things, it may take depending on the person's like setup on whatever they're watching on, it may get to be a lot, especially as it grows, you know. And so another option is that instead of everybody like only the people who are just subscribing and just watching anyway, what you can do is you can take the guests and the hosts or what have you and combine their stream and send that out as one thing that everybody else that's viewing can just kind of consume it, right? So yeah, so that way, and that's kind of like how like Twitch and YouTube works. You're just watching, but with that, since it takes time to like combine the streams and send them out, there's like a 20-second delay. So if you need like really like as short as possible like delay, then it might be easier, it might be better for to subscribe to it because there is no like having to transcode it and send it out kind of thing. So yeah, so there's that. So what you could do is let's say you have like a game show or what have you, and what you can do is you can have the host, guest host, whoever, and then everybody else is watching through the live stream, so like 20 seconds. But if it's something where it's like timed, you can bring the contestant on, and so that way is lower latency. It's like almost nothing because it's like a video call, and that way you can, if there's like any sort of time delay or anything like that, you could do that, like if time is important, and then you can send them back. So that way, you know, you have options. It's not like you're exclusive. You could do both at the same time. So yeah, so this is pretty cool. Yeah, so it can do, so the sample can do both, which is cool because it has the like the different roles. So there's like the guest, the viewer, and the host, but there's also a broadcast, which is what people are watching. So yeah, so you can see here the guest can publish in the broadcast. The host kind of controls everything, so they start the broadcast and everything else. And then so you got the viewers, they can only view the broadcast, but they're also kind of like a part of it as well. And then because you're connected to like the call pretty much. And then the broadcast, you're not connected to the call at all, you're just receiving the feed from the call. And yeah, so it's pretty cool. And where is it? I think there's like a one click. Yeah, so you just click to deploy to Heroku. All right. And then so yeah, so this is what the actual host sees, and it's like this. You can start the broadcast. So you can put in like your YouTube RTMP. Like YouTube will give you like a link, and so will Facebook and Twitch as well. And you just put that in there, and then you're able to end the broadcast. Yeah, and kind of just go through it. And so cool. So that handled that part. But then I was like, well, what's Twitch without a chat? You know what I mean? And so I so happen to have been working on web components that make it like a lot more straightforward to work with our conversation API. And so that it uses the client SDK, and you don't have to worry about listening for things. Like each independent web component will do that for you. And so I have a link to the web components that I've been working on. So here. And then you can kind of, so there's so for I basically use the in-app messaging one because it's basically text chat. And so I use the input. I didn't use the members. I use messages and the typing indicator. So you're able to, so you can kind of click through them, and it kind of just shows you like, so all you need to do is like the input text in your text chat is just put that thing in there with a link to like the JavaScript, and I have all that stuff here. And you can just, and then this is how it shows up. And then you're also able to style it, which what I talk about here. Pretty cool. And yeah, kind of cool. So I have that for all the different things. And I talk about combining the two. And so it wasn't that bad. It was pretty good. The only things was that just kind of like fitting in the text chat into that already application that didn't have a text chat. So it's kind of like smushing the video a little bit over so that I have space to add the text, and then just being able to like have a person input the name, their username, and then being able to kind of like broadcast the conversation ID, like for the chat, so that the people watching would be able to get that ID and be able to join it. And then same thing for the guest. And so other than that, it's pretty much just putting them together, which is pretty cool. And I talk about the autoplay policy. So again, you can't have auto playing videos with audio, like when a person first loads up the website. So what you can do is have the video playing, but have it muted. And so I got that, and you can check it out. And I got it to the glitch project, so you can able to just remix it, put in your credentials. I have all the, let me open that up. So you just click the link. It opens up a new glitch project, and just all you have to do, I have all the steps in the README. And so right now, just creating a thing, and here you go. And so all it is just that you just follow these like 6 steps, and then you're good to go. And you have your own like personal Twitch. Pretty cool. And so, yeah, it only took me like to put it together. Like, well, I had other stuff to do at work, but everything just to kind of just, like I said, there are already 2 things that were running like independently, no problem. Just putting them together. So it only took me like maybe like a couple of days to kind of like as a couple of days worth of work, just to kind of put it together. And then it took me way longer to write the blog post because I'm super slow at writing blog posts. But I was able to get the demo up and running relatively quickly. And yeah, it's super cool. So it's just, again, it's just another, it's like a starting point. And so you can do things to make it better. Like if you want to have like authentication or what have you for people to kind of say who they are. Right now, you just enter it in. Like you can just go to the host URL and you're a host or a guest. So you can, on top of that, I didn't want to like have that also. You can, because there's so many different ways of doing it. I wanted to be like, here's this thing, and you're able to build from that. And so that's it. So yeah, check it out if you want. Let me know what you think. And yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. And so this kind of like repurposing an already finished app. And I wanted to showcase like you just add web components into projects, regardless of whatever it's built in. Like this is using like EJS as like templating and all this stuff. And I just put the tag in there. You're good to go. And so I thought that was quite amazing. And so, yeah, that's my latest blog post. You can check it out. I'll have the link will be with the archive video. And yeah, it's pretty cool. It's like my latest blog post, and I thought it was kind of awesome. So yeah, check it out if you want. And I think that's it. So thank you all again for hanging out. I'm going to get y'all back to work. Let me create this highlight video first. And yeah, again, thanks. Stop the stream. All right, so let me get y'all back to work because I have been not as productive as I would like to be. I mean, it's all relative, but I've got like the laundry going. I set up some more stuff for the thing I recently purchased, and yeah, so that's going good. I haven't done much of the post radio show promo stuff though. So, all right. So unless someone signs up for show and tell, the final break session, 15 minutes after the hour, will be, we'll take a look at an artist's website and listen to some music and maybe watch some videos. All right. So cool. Again, thank you all for hanging out. We'll be back. I'm gonna send you all some traveling music. And this is Anthony Cruz, aka A Butta. The track is called Thank You. And thank you all for hanging out again. And be back. All right. Thanks again, y'all. See you later.
I want to say thank you for holding on. When a brother was down and out, now I feel so strong. And I want to say thank you for being there. When a brother had nowhere to turn to, you were there. And I feel like, and everybody says, yeah. We spread it love like, yeah. I wanna say thank you for holding on. When a brother was down and out, now I feel so strong. And I wanna say thank you for being there. When a brother had nowhere to turn to, you